Welcome back to the More Stuff Coin Collection channel. I'm your host MCC. Today I'm excited to present a coin of substantial size, the Australia Kaola 2023 5-ounce silver proof high relief gilded coin. But before we dive into the details, let's delve into the background of this coin series. In 2007, the Perth Mint introduced the very first 1-ounce Kaola bullion coin in this series. It wasn't until 2008 that the first numismatic coin, often referred to as the proof coin, came into existence, and it is also gilded coin, by the way. The coin series we are truly interested in, the 5-ounce Kaola, didn't make its appearance until 2011. Now let's compare this past series releases to provide a better understanding of the coin evolution, not only in terms of its design but also its specifications. Instead of starting from the very beginning in 2011, we were jumping with the 2016 edition. First, you'll notice the change in purity. In 2018, the purity was elevated to a solid 99.99%. As a dedicated coin collector, I appreciate having a coin as pure as possible. It's worth noting that I'm not particularly fixated on the purity because, as you may know, the Royal Mint still sells coin with 99.9% purity these days. Such a minor variance makes almost no difference to its value. Next, let's talk about diameters. Up until 2019, the diameter stood at 50.6 millimeters. But starting in 2020, it was slightly increased to 50.9 millimeters. The difference may not be visible to the naked eyes, but it has indeed changed over the years. Thirdly, we have the coin's thickness. In 2016 and 2017, that boasted a substantial thickness of 12.5 millimeters, which was reduced to 11 millimeters in 2018 and 2019. Interestingly, it then increased to 11.85 millimeters from 2020 onwards. What's puzzling is that in 2020, both the diameter and the thickness increased compared to the previous year. Typically, when the diameter increases, the thickness should decrease, or vice versa, especially when both have the same purity and weight. If you have any insight into this, please share them in the comments. Fourth, let's talk about the maximum mintage. In 2016, it was set at a staggering 5,000, but the number was reduced to 1,000 in the following year, likely due to the declared mintage being around 950 in 2016. In 2017, the declared mintage dropped to a mere 420, which led to the subsequent years having a maximum mintage of 500. In a surprising turn, 2023 increased the maximum mintage significantly to 750. Perhaps it's a sign of its growing popularity and potential future value, so they are quite confident to release more. Or maybe the extra coins will be bundled with the other commemorative releases and sold as a set in the future. It's all a bit speculative. This ignited my curiosity, prompting me to dig deeper. You can see a graph on the screen based on the data I found on the Mint's official website. If you look at the bar chart, it tells an interesting story. In the first 3 years, from 2011 to 2013, these coins were incredibly popular, with declared mintage matching or closely approaching the maximum mintage. The market forecast was quite accurate. However, in 2014, there was a significant drop with only 7% of the maximum mintage of 5,000 being declared. This was in contrast to the 367 coins actually minted, hence the bar dipping so low. The situation improved in 2017, but it's essential to note that the mint decided to set a maximum of 1,000 instead of 5,000 that year. From 2018 to 2020, the maximum mintage was further reduced to 500. However, it still didn't sell out, and the ratio didn't reach 100%. Although I couldn't find the official figures for the ratio in recent years from 2021 to 2023, I'm genuinely curious whether they sold out. It's worth noting that the sold out button was prominently displayed for 2021 and 2022 on their site. Now, I'm eager to get your perspective. Do you think I've made a sound investment choice this time? Especially when I'm in the process of preparing this episode and the coin is still up for sale on the Mint website. If it's genuinely in high demand, wouldn't it have sold out by now? However, I maintain my belief that it's a worthwhile acquisition thanks to the compelling reasons I'll discuss shortly. These factors have significantly boosted my confidence in its potential future value. To be honest, I consider myself more of a coin enthusiast than a strict investor. I derive genuine pleasure for admiring the intricate designs of the coins, even though it's an added bonus if they also hold the potential to appreciate in value over time. In my view, I take great joy in the world of numismatic coin collecting. However, I must confess that I cannot assure you that every coin I select is absolute best choice. Hence, I'm enthusiastic about sharing my experience with you, regardless of whether they've turned out positively or not. Setting aside my personal judgments, let's open the box and take a good look at the coin if you're still interested. Apart from its substantial size and relatively low mintage compared to smaller proof coin like the 1 ounce or 2 ounce Kaola coins, there are other reasons that convinced me to add this coin to my collection. Let me distill these reasons down to 3 key points. Exquisite gilding technique. Intricately designed, featuring adorable joy alongside the adult Kaola. Commemorative Queen Elizabeth II memorial features. Now, let's dive into these details. In terms of its gilding technique, it features 22 karat pink gold gilding on the collars and the coin's edge, making them stand out from the design. The distinctive gilding technique on the 5 ounce Kaola coin was introduced in 2021, as you may notice from the specifications graphs I presented earlier. Now let's explore the concept of pink gold and what sets it apart from yellow gold. Whether you can call it pink gold or rose gold, it is essentially the same thing. However, comparing to yellow gold, it is different. According to the World Gold Council, while both 22 karat gold contain approximately 91.7% gold, the other composition of yellow gold includes 5% silver, 2% copper, and 1.3% zinc, as you can see the tiny bit on the left chart, whereas rose gold has 8.3% or 8.4% copper, with more copper in the mix. it acquires that lovely pinkish hue. The 22 karat gold is also referred to as 916 gold, which is based on the rounding down of its purity percentage of 0.9167. The calculation is quite simple, just divide 22 by 24. Now let's delve into the Kaola design. In contrast to recent release, the coin showcases a unique feature, a baby Kaola positioned on the back of an adult Kaola. The joy is depicted facing the camera with its wide open, curious eyes, creating an utterly adorable sight. The design marks a departure from the usual designs, as it's been a while since we last saw a coin featuring two Kaolas on a 5-ounce coin, a design that made its first appearance in 2011 for the coin of this size. Lastly, the coin pays tribute to Queen Elizabeth II with a memorial feature and holds the status of Australia legal tender with a denomination of 8 Australian dollars. That wraps up all the details I could find and discussed about the coin. The decision to acquire it is entirely up to you. If you are a coin collector like me, you might find it worth adding to your collection. But if you are solely an investor looking for potential value growth, you might want to think twice. If you found this channel to be informative and entertaining, please consider subscribing. If you haven't already, feel free to leave your comments on this episode or any previous ones, and I'd be delighted to assist. And if you have suggestions regarding the content and the length of the future episodes, don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all soon. Happy collecting.